So first we have a couple T-spine rotation exercises. As baseball players, having good T-spine rotation allows you to create that separation between your lower body and upper body that everyone is looking for to create your power during the swing and while pitching. So first we have the sideline windmill. As you can see, you start laying on your side and you'll have a foam roller underneath your top leg to help lock out the low back and make sure you're moving just through that T-spine. From here you reach up and out with that top hand, trying to make a big circle. You'll notice that I'm tracking my hand with my eyes, move a little bit through the neck as well. A slightly different variation of the windmill is the rib grab, which starts in the same position, but with your top hand grabbing the side right there. And with this, you just try and drop that back shoulder as close to the ground as you can. The rib grab is a great exercise for pitchers or anyone with shoulder problems because you're only moving the T-spine and not torquing through the shoulder as you do it. So moving on now to hip mobility. Being able to maximize your internal and external rotation at the hips is again going to help create more power while pitching and hitting because you'll be able to better tap into that power your lower body can create. Since the glutes play a large role in internal and external rotation of the hips, you can foam roll this area to help improve mobility. As you can see, you can get into that figure 4 position to maximize the area you're going to roll out on, and then you're just going to roll back and forth for about 15 to 30 seconds and focusing on any area that might be a little more tender than the others. You can rotate on the foam roller like you see in the video to help get exactly where you might be tender. If you're looking for a more intense version of this, you can do this exercise with a lacrosse ball or baseball and leaning up against a wall. Another exercise is tactical frog, really good for getting both internal and external rotation in the same exercise. So you start in the frog position like so and sit back towards your heels and hold for a couple of seconds. Then push your hips forward and internally rotate one leg. You can repeat this and alternate the leg that you internally rotate each time. This exercise you can do about 8 reps for each side. And then notice how I keep my neck and head in a neutral position while I go through each rep. And then as you do more reps, try and sit a little further towards your heels every time just to get a little bit more of a stretch. So last one for the hips, we have 90-90 hip mobilizations. You'll be sitting down in the 90-90 position with your hips and knees, as you can see. And then you lean into that front leg and hold where you feel the stretch for 2 to 3 seconds. And then switch and hold on the other leg. Again, these can be done for about 8 reps. And make sure that you switch which leg is in the front. So you internally and externally rotate for both hips. The last set of exercises we have target improving internal rotation of the shoulder. With these exercises, we're going to be using a lacrosse ball or something similar to try and relax the muscles of the posterior cuff, and by doing so, we hope to improve your internal rotation. So for the first exercises, you're going to start with the ball in between your shoulder blades on the rhomboids and roll around to find a tight or tender spot in that area. And for the first one, as you saw in the video, you're going to horizontally adduct across your body. The next exercise, you're going to leave the ball in the same area and then bring your arm up and across your body. With these exercises, you can do a couple of reps and then roll around on the ball and trying to find a different spot that might be tender to try and get the biggest effect. In addition, you're going to do about 8 to 10 reps on each side before moving on to the next exercise. Something else to keep in mind as you do these exercises that you can change the amount of pressure that is being put into your back based on how much you lean up against the wall. This is good if there are spots on your body that are a little more tender than others and you need to maybe back off the pressure. With the next set of exercises, you're going to move the ball to the backside of your shoulder on that posterior cuff and again roll around looking for a tight or tender spot. Similar to the first exercise, you're going to horizontally adduct your arm across your body. And then with the next set of exercises, you're going to leave the ball in the same spot and you're going to go through your different throwing motions. So if you're a pitcher, you're going to stay in that one slot, or if you're an infielder, go through all the different slots that you might throw in a game. And this is really going to hit all the different spots and replicate what you're doing actually when you're playing the game. And so we're doing these exercises to improve your internal rotation because your body has this internal clock of when it needs to start decelerating a limb to avoid injury. So if you're able to internally rotate further, then you'll actually be able to postpone when your arm begins to accelerate, and this should improve your arm strength.